YouTube, hey, hello, how you doing? I go by the name of Mike T, and today I'm bringing you a brand new video. Now here we are midway through March 2022, and it seems like the sneaker releases have been coming left and right, just dropping non-stop. And now I know we're far along, not far enough into the year to start crowning a sneaker of the year, but as far as collaborations of the year, these two are gonna be hard to beat as far as like packaging, storytelling, just all of that wrapped into one. These are coming out of the gates strong so far in 2022. So these are two collaborations that have both happened actually with Nike, and I want to get your opinion, which one you think is better. So today we're going to compare Concepts versus Union and see which one takes home the crown for today. So I know sneaker releases just don't hit the same unless they're just a retro, you know, a Jordan or even like a retro Nike. But it seems like nowadays to have that hype like we consider some of the top releases, you have to have some type of collaboration, even triple collaborations at times, which is kind of crazy. But you know, last year with the Travis Scott and Fragment collab with Jordan, so that was a triple collab, you know, in the trophy room. Just collabs, you either have to have two or even three. You know, there was a Fragment Sakai with Nike, so that was another triple collab. So like I said, collaborations are a big part of the sneaker community here lately, and it seems to have like that top sneaker of the year, you have to have some type of collaboration. So again, we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. We're gonna go Concepts versus Union. So starting off, we're gonna go with Union since it kind of released first. So starting off, we have the Union and Nike collaboration. This is a dunk. They actually have three sets of dunks, or three different pairs that are dropping. I believe this one is dubbed the Union exclusive, which is the Pistachio colorway. But just details that they started off with the box. It says UN/LA for Union LA, which is where it's located. And it basically gives you this kind of passport look all over the box. So starting off, you have what looks like a boarding pass, you know, a boarding ticket. On the side, you just have some more print, just kind of details talking about Nike and Union. On the back, you do have the Union and Nike logo there on the back. Sorry, excuse me. And then over here, you have the size tag, size 10.5 men, size 12 women. These retail for $150. And luckily enough, I was able to pick these up off of Union online. So again, you got to be super lucky and super on it to be on these drops nowadays. But to get it for retail, I'm willing to put in that footwork. But again, just packaging A1, you know, it's just nice packaging. And what I was talking about earlier is a passport. The paper just kind of, you know, solidifies that. You know, you got the passport stamped, you know, in different countries and cities. So peel that back, and here you have the shoes here. So we'll take one of these out and put the box down to the side. So right here you have the shoe, the dunk. So all over you're gonna notice what catches your eye is gonna be this pretty much all one, well, it's two different colors, but it's covered in this kind of ripstop material. Now the closest thing that you can think back is if you think of Off-White, the 5 that Virgil did, in the black, metallic black colorway, and also the Sail colorway that he did, the Sail Fire Red. They both were covered in this kind of ripstop material, and that's basically the same thing, which I have seen people peel off the layer and kind of reveal like the color blocking, which kind of they basically took an older dunk and they kind of just, you know, put their touches on it and just kind of like made it a little bit more their own, which is kind of cool. But again, you can peel off this, and if I can find a picture, I'll put that here to the side so you can see. But to me, I kind of like it the way it is. It does really look good without this stuff, but I'm not very artistic, and I don't want to mess up this shoe, especially when I got it for retail. So I don't want to mess it up and just make it look worse. So I just rather just leave it as it is. But I have worn these, as you can see the little creases up here. So I've worn this once and it's already creased like that. So again, wear your shoes, they're meant to be worn. I know everybody just wants to buy it and resell, which I do get that too, you know, make your money. I'm not saying that, but again, I love sneakers. So as soon as I got these, I threw them on the first day. So again, these are up here on the midsole. You do have this white midsole, and right above that on the mudguard up here on the toe, you have it navy with that ripstop material. On the toe box, you do have that more of that pistachio colored green leather, and then up here you do have white laces, and they also come with a pair of navy laces here. And then you have this kind of, it's a metallic swoosh that you have right here, kind of done in this like, looks like a holographic silver, but it does reflect whenever you do the flash, so that's a nice little touch. You do have the Union LA little tab, kind of similar to the off-white tabs that Virgil did on his shoes. And right back here you have the Union logo, little stamp button right here that you have on the back side. So another little hidden detail that you have the pistachio green Nike back here on the heel tab. It does have this little extra pieces of thread hanging from the sides. I'm not really sure why they did that. It's just kind of more of that kind of Virgil effect, that off-white kind of deconstructed or unfinished looks that's kind of been really popular, you know. RIP Virgil, with him passing, it's kind of like, who's gonna hold the torch now? Is it gonna be Union? You know, Chris Gibbs with Union. Is it gonna be James Whitner with Ama Manier? Because both of these guys have seriously been killing it. Union with the 1s and then the 4s, and then now these dunks that are added into the rotation. Or is it going to be James Whitner, which he did have the Ama Manier 3, the 1, and then also the 2 dropping, I believe, next month in April. So again, you know, collaborations are kind of holding their own as far as the sneaker community goes. They're kind of like paving the way right now. They're holding the sneaker game up right now. So unless you're just truly into sneakers, you know, a collaboration is what's going to catch your attention these days. But again, just, you know, simple details, but you know, details nonetheless. Also down here on the bottom you do have like this navy translucent, and I'm not sure if the camera's gonna pick it up, but you can also see like the Union in green underneath there, underneath that translucent sole. So again, this shoe is very nice. I do love picking up things, especially when they're retail, but this is just a super clean colorway, and out of the 3, this was my favorite. I just feel like that navy was the most wearable for me, and I just love the contrast of that pistachio green with the white laces. So it also has a white tongue, and up here on the tab, on the tongue tab, it does have Nike on there with the navy with the green pistachio on there. So again, it also comes with this little hang tag here, the NK for Nike, the UN for Union, and it just has more of that kind of passport little stampage and little numbers and stuff that you would see. So, you know, little hidden details. On one side of the insole, it does have the Union logo. On one side, it does have the Nike Air. So that's just some more touches that they did on this shoe. Again, this is my favorite out of the 3. And this is with Union LA. So right next up, we're gonna go right into the next shoe. This is Concepts. Now this just dropped last week via the Sneakers app. My Sneakers app has been hitting lately, as you've seen on the past video that I did. These have just been more W's that I've been picking up as the year's been going, and again, just picking up little things to have helped me get those W's. A lot of people just think it's kind of BS, but honestly, the wins kind of speak for themselves. So this was another shoe that I was able to pick up for retail. Now it's kind of crazy because there's so much going on with this shoe, but it still kind of is minimal at the same time. They've kind of like drowned it down a little bit with the colors, but somehow they still kind of mesh well. And again, this is kind of going back to like a Woodstock theme, you know, going back to like the 60s, early 70s. Again, you have this Nike with the swoosh here, and as you can see, you have those Woodstock kind of themed flowers, and then the different prints that you have up here on the Nike, and also Concepts is kind of blended in, which I just noticed that on the box that it does say that inside the Nike branding. And also on the box here, you have the slash, you have a star, and you have like a little moon. And you also have Concepts here and kind of like that, you know, throwback Woodstock kind of font. And on this side, you have the swoosh and more of that floral print. And then back here again, same thing with the Concepts. Up here, size tag 10.5, you know, or 12 women. And these did retail for $170, I believe, on the Sneakers app. So opening up this, it does have some paper as well. You can see it's red with kind of those floral Nike swooshes all over, with Concepts kind of written on there as well. So peel that back and you do have the shoe here. So we'll put the box down here to the side and get right into the shoe. Now looking at the shoe, it's simple, but it's kind of crazy at the same time. And it's like, I know, where do we start? So just starting right off, we'll just go with this little mud guard here. It's kind of done in this kind of like sage or jade green canvas material. and it kind of wraps all the way around the shoe. So that's one touch that we have there. Right above that, we have like this super light wash denim, and it does have that same slash star in the moon that was on the side of that box. So that's one area that you have right here on the toe box, is that light wash denim, and then that's just kind of sewn in with some white threading. Up here you kind of have this little faux fur like cow print that's kind of, if you remember the Chunky Donkey that released, I believe 2020, that's kind of the same material that was used on those, was that little faux cow print. And right above that you have this other light wash denim that's basically the same that's on the toe box, just a little bit of a color difference, but pretty much almost the same thing. Now going right behind that, you do have this swoosh, and it's kind of done, and it's all embroidered, and it's kind of done in 3 different colors. You kind of have this teal green, followed by this burgundy or maroon, and then finished up with this black down here on the bottom, sitting on top of that light wash denim. Right above that, on the eyelets up here, you do have this little subtle purple hit of corduroy material, which is kind of interesting that they've kind of thrown all these different materials together, but they still somehow kind of work. And then right here you have this little hang tag, which it does say Nike, and this is actually a guitar pick. Like I said, you know, Woodstock, you know, is known for like this music festival, so the guitar pick is a nice touch, and it does have concepts on the other side, if you can see there. So again, right behind that purple corduroy hit, you do have this kind of different material, and it's kind of like different kind of materials with also concepts wording right here on the back. So right above the Nike Air, that's also done in white threading, you have that concepts hip right above it. So like we just saw here on the Union Dunk with the kind of little threading hanging off there, concepts kind of took the same thing and also has that loose threading, if you can see there. So not really sure what the significance of that is, but you know, basically the same kind of concept that they did there. So again, that sits above this little canvas material that's kind of like a bandana print. You do have the Nike swooshes there, followed by all these little mini swooshes on that same print. So on the inside, you do have that light wash denim as well. Following along with that purple corduroy that you do have in here on the medial side, you do have this swoosh. Now, as you can see on this side, it was done and embroidered with the 3 colors, and on this side, it's kind of done in that Woodstock theme that we talked about earlier. That's kind of on the box. You do have that floral swoosh that you have there, and kind of that floral design. So that pretty much wraps up the upper of the shoe. It has this midsole that's done in this sail colorway, and it does have some of this like a deep burgundy, almost brownish color like splatter paint, but it's weird because it's not on the top of the midsole. It's just about halfway going down. So where that air bubble is and down, it kind of goes, it's that splatter print. But back here on the back, it does go up. So you can see how it kind of dips down. I'm not sure why they did that. They didn't do the full midsole, but either way, it still looks good to me. And inside the air unit, you do have more of that brown or deep burgundy in there, followed by the outsole. You do have it in that same color of like a deep burgundy, almost brownish color. So again, there's tons of different colors that are wrapped up in this shoe, but they all seem to mesh so well. And another important detail that I missed out here on the tongue, you do have Nike branding there on the tongue, and you do have the concepts and kind of that Woodstock font. And then you do have this velvet, almost velour type of tongue that's just like super good material, super soft to the touch. And that's my favorite detail of the shoe. I wish they had more of that on the outside of the shoe. But this one is called the Concepts Mellow. I believe they have the Concepts Heavy, which I did see they were releasing down at South by Southwest at Sneaker Politics down in Austin here yesterday, I believe. It was first come, first serve at like 11 a.m. Central Time. And then also they have a third colorway that's called Far Out. And to me, that one's the one that's kind of more loud, kind of more in your face. But the colors are like perfect for spring and summer, which we're right around the corner for. And that one's basically my favorite color out of the 3-pack. So it's just a little bit more loud. I would definitely wear just a fit that's kind of like more toned down, and just kind of let my shoe be the statement piece and kind of in your face. But again, this one is, like I said, I did pick this up for retail. I just don't see myself wearing it a lot, and I'm trying to downsize. So I did hook up my friend for retail with this pair. I told him after this video I would send it out to him next week. So Mr. Crawford, if you're watching, this one is coming your way, and I'm glad this is going to a good home. I don't want to just resell and sell it to somebody that's just going to turn around and either flip it for more or something like that. I know it's actually going to a good home and someone that's actually going to appreciate the shoe, which is very important to me. So a shoe like this, I know he's going to appreciate, and he said he's going to throw it on feed as soon as he gets it. So I do look forward to seeing those fit pics on that one. So again, this is just the Concepts Air Max 1 and the Union Dunk Low Pistachio. So again, which one of these, if you could have one for retail or even pick up for resale, which one would you pick? Would you pick up the Concepts Air Max 1 or would you pick up the Union Dunk? Now the Concepts Air Max 1, I believe last I looked, it was going for about $220 on the resale market. So again, retail was $170, about $184, $185 after taxes. So not too crazy over retail if you do want to pick that up. As far as the Dunk was going, before they released, they were going like upwards of $1,000. Then they dropped to about $500, and at some resale shows, you could find them for about $350, $400 in that range, maybe as low as $300 if you're willing to negotiate for a while. But again, this one is probably reselling for more. But again, let me know your taste down in the comments below. Which one would you pick up if you had a choice to pick up either one of these for retail? So again, I just wanted to kind of bring you this video and kind of show you some of the retail dubs that we've been picking up lately, and kind of give you just a little bit of what's been going on behind the scenes. So again, we are buying some shoes, trying to sell up. Again, we do have Rare. Follow rare.325 on Instagram if you would like to follow us. I am selling some shoes on there, so some out of my collection, some that I've just been picking up, but I am just selling those as well on Instagram. And also follow me at Mostly Mike T on Instagram and on YouTube. Obviously, you know where that is if you're watching this video. But thank you for hanging out with me this far. Thank you for all the new subscribers. Be sure to like this video, comment down below, and share this with somebody that's into sneakers just like you are. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Maybe SneakerCon San Antonio, haven't really decided. That's next week on March the 29th. That's basically like my second home. You know, I do have family out there, so maybe we will have a video on that event. We'll just kind of play it by ear and see how it goes. But if I don't see you, I'll see you when I see you. Peace and blessings.